Hello guys. Welcome ulit na sa ating Friday game dev session, and for tonight's session we will do actual coding sa game na gagawin natin, and we'll replicate the Super Mario World. And about last week guys pala, we tackled about a programming techniques used mainly in game development, which is object-oriented programming. So, and let's try to implement that sa code na gagawin natin, which is yung game natin na we will replicate this Super Mario World, which is a platformer type of game. So as you can see here guys, I have a list here. This is my checklist kung ano yung mga step by step na i-code natin to make our own game. So for the first four, for this session guys, we will do this first four, which is for today's session we will create the world and also the player and its physics the gravity and collision, and also the player movement. So ito yung apat na will first na gagawin natin. So as you can see, may naka-open dito na VS Code, and there are two simple files lang, which is an index HTML and one JavaScript file. So as you can see, we have a element sa HTML natin, which is a canvas, and also a script tag na may source na pointing sa game.js file natin. So in canvas guys, ito yung gagawin natin na element, which is a built-in element in HTML and can be accessed and mutate using JavaScript. So it will be our the scene in our game. So first, let's add a ID sa canvas natin para mag-grab natin siya and ma-access natin yung mga properties ng canvas. So let's just type a world, and then sa JavaScript file natin, I listed four guides for this session here sa section na to, which is every codes about sa game world. So to access the canvas, we just need to get the context and also the element. And also the context. And to fit the canvas sa entire browser, we just need to set the width ng context. And same din sa height. So ayan. So let's try. Yun. So to actually draw sa canvas guys, merong mga APIs yung canvas natin and yung context na variable niya. So if you want to learn more about canvas, you can search naman online, and there are several resources available, so you can learn more about a canvas API to learn how to draw sa canvas. Maraming API, if you want to draw a simple rectangle or square, sa canvas, then you can just use their API, no? For example, the CTX rect means it will make a rectangle, no? And with the parameters, we have the x and y axis and also the width and height na gusto mong gawin na rectangle. So marami pang API, no, yung canvas. There are also if you want to make a circle and any other shapes you want, and also you can draw images sa canvas, no? So that's why canvas is canvas is very useful in making a game in browser. So yeah. And also here we need to make a game animation clock, no, which is ito yung magiging timer, so that yung canvas is mag render siya every frame and continuous yung animation niya. So, itong code block to guys, na so nag-declare tayo ng function which is the animate, and then inside of that function we call the built-in function in JavaScript, no, which is a the request animation frame, no. So ang function na to guys is it will run, no, magiging loop siya, and then may parameter siya na function din, which is pinas natin yung function mismo na animate as the parameter sa request animation frame, so that i-call niya ito ng paulit-ulit hanggang sa magkaroon ng loop. And this loop function guys, we will use this to animate our canvas. And then this line here sa itong ctx.clear, ito yung magiging function, no, which is i-clear niya yung buong canvas, no, para to make some perspective of animation. So magamit din yan in the future. So then again here second guide natin, which is yung mismong player. So here guys, i-implement natin yung the class yung diniscuss natin last week. So we will make a class for the player, no, and we'll just call it Mario, or player na lang siguro. So that, and meron siyang constructor function, which is ito yung first na maka-call if you are making an instance of the class. So and by typing this keyword, no, ito yung way to store a specific properties or data ng class sa loob nito. So yung this.x, which is yung x position ng player, is i-store natin siya sa parameter na sinopply ng constructor method. And then yung width niya, which is yung character natin, is we will add initial value lang, no, which is 15. And then to actually draw sa canvas guys, let's make a loop function, no, which is the draw, and also the update. Ang sa update na function guys, dito natin i-call lahat ng methods na available sa player na class na dapat na need siya always i-update. So for example, itong draw, dito natin siya i-call. So to draw, so to continuously draw sa canvas guys, no, dito sa draw function, let's call the context of the canvas, and then let's call the begin path. So it's important to declare this tx begin path, no, para para hindi magulo yung canvas kung saan siya magsisimula na mag-render. And also call after drawing sa canvas, no, you need to call the ctx.save para babalik yung memory ng canvas, which is to handle multiple renders, no. So ayun, so we have the template ng player class natin. So let's make an instance now. So we'll make a variable called Mario, which is yung player natin, and then to declare an instance na sa player na class, we can use the keywords new and then the name of the class, for example the player, and we supply it with the the parameters na nilagay natin sa constructor method, which is the x and the y. So for example, we want the character to be in the x position, for example 50, and also yung y position niya is 90. So to update, no, para mag-draw yung character natin sa canvas, is we need to update this instance ni Mario, which is we can call here sa animation function natin, which is Mario.update. So yun, so meron na tayong yung square ni Mario, no, which is yun yung image niya. But for the meantime, let's use a simple square lang, no, and then ayan. So we have that, and then now let's do a simple gravity. So to put that, we will make another function, which is update gravity. So dito na din siya i-call sa update. And then let's declare a variable, constant gravity. For example, we have 5, and also we need to make another properties ng class, which is yung velocity niya. So to update, guys, we just need to increment the y position, para magkaroon siya ng effect na parang nahuhulog yung character sa pinakababa. So Fix muna natin yung canvas. So, yun. So, ayan. So, to solve this guys, kasi yung canvas guys, if you don't use the clear function now, which is this one, it will not erase the previous frame, which is continue lang siya sa pag-render ng ibang components like rectangle. So, ito yung magiging itsura niya. But if you use a clear function so it will clear the previous render and then render lang the present render niya, for example. check here. So change natin yung variable niya. So, yun. So, as you can see, parang siyang simple, gravity, which is basically, incrementing yung Y position lang niya. So, let's check the, let's have, for example, ito. Also yung layer. So next step natin is nagawa tayo ng gravity, and then we will implement a simple collection para malaman natin if yung player is na-reach na yung bottom. So it will stay sa sa baba. So let's see. So dito pa rin natin siya ilagay sa update na function. So yun, so nag-stop siya sa baba, no? Once na-reach niya yung bottom. So the mechanics dyan guys is very simple lang na. If yung position, y position ng player is greater than or equal to the height ng canvas, is i-stop natin yung incrementing niya ng y position niya. So that would be a flag na we have reached the bottom. So yun, yun ang simple gravity and collision lang guys. So i-check natin siya dito. So yan, so next natin guys, and the last for this session is the player movement. So we'll have movement which is yung walk right and yung left, and also try natin gawa ng jump. So to implement yan siya guys, no, we will add a listener. Maybe here sa block mo to. So ayan, we just need to get the code, which is yung key. So ayan, so let's console log. So malaman natin dyan guys, no, if anong key yung na-press. So for our movement guys, for walk right and left, we will implement the key A and D lang, no, to walk left, and D to walk right. So to implement the walk animation, let's try to switch. So ayan, so since hindi pa naka-declare ng function na for walk left and walk right, i-add natin siya sa function ni Mario. And also we'll make a variable guys, no, maybe a key pressed, para dito malaman if yung if a key ba is pressed or not. And same with sa left. And also gawa din tayo ng listener, no, if yung key is na key up na siya, which is hindi na siya napindot. So And also here sa gravity, ay, i-separate na natin siya ng function. We will gagawa na yung another function, which is ito yung mag-handle ng walking mechanism ng player natin. So keep rest and then left, then let's try yun. So yun siya. And also gawin din natin sa right. So yun. So ayun, so na-implement tayo ng walking walk right and movement. So yun guys. So ito yung simple mechanism lang ng player natin to walk from left to right, and also yung gravity niya. So let's check that maybe. So next guys, we will add the platforms and also the screen limit, which is lagay na ng limit na kung saan lang banda pwede tumakbo yung player natin. Also yung win and game over scenario, and also yung background texture natin. So hopefully next week let's implement this and the other list here. So yun guys. That's all for tonight and don't forget to drop your attendance guys sa call attendance natin channel, so to receive your po-ups guys and you can mint them guys, so that ma-show siya sa collections nyo ng mga attendance natin sa every calls lang. So Monday we have UI UX, and then Wednesday we have full stack. So every Friday tayo guys game development. So yun, see you next week guys, and yun, thank you and have a good night.